Hi there, friends. I can't believe it, but it's already February. And do you know what? For a short little month, a lot of things happen in February. So, February is Black History Month. February is the month we have Valentine's Day. And February is the month that we have President's Day, which might mean that you have a day off of school. We're going to put our presidents down. We're not going to worry about our presidents right now. But I'm going to tell you that this whole month, we are going to have stories every single month, every single week, that have to do with Black history, or that are written by Black authors, or that are illustrated by Black illustrators. And I'm super excited about that because our church library has gotten a bunch of really great new books. So the other thing that we are going to focus on is Valentine's Day. And as we get closer to Valentine's Day, we're going to learn a little bit about the history of Valentine's Day. There actually was a St. Valentine, or they think there was. But to get us started thinking about Valentine's Day, I thought it would be fun to have a pink candle. So we're going to light our candle, just like we always do, and we are going to remember that Jesus is with us, even in the dark places, and can light up even the dark corners of things that are going on in our lives. So we've got our pink candle lit, and now I want to give you a couple of ideas for things that you can collect while we are doing our craft time. Okay? So I have a mason jar here, and you can grab any container at all. This just happened to be what I have. I have this little package, and it has a whole bunch of paper in it. Different patterns and colors of paper. We'll use that in a little bit too. And then I have some markers, and I have fancy scissors. Do you have maybe some of these in your house that have fancy edges? You don't have to have fancy edge scissors. You could have regular scissors too. So I'm going to tell you to stop our video, grab those things if you have them, because I'm going to show you what to do with them later. And then when you come back, we're going to read our story before we have craft time. Okay? We'll see you in just a minute. So for our story today, the story that we're going to read is called All Because You Matter. And I think it's important to remember that every single person matters to God. And it doesn't matter if it's somebody that lives in your neighborhood, or they live halfway across the world from us, or they don't believe the same things that we believe. Every single person matters to God. And I've got a really quick verse that I want to read to you. It's from Matthew 10, and it starts with verse 29. Okay, and it goes like this. It says, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall on the ground apart from the will of God. And even the very hairs on your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows." So what that's saying is even the smallest thing in creation is something that matters to God. And that God must love you and me and everybody else so very much. So much that God knows how many hairs are on your head. And that's pretty amazing, because there are people in my life that I love a whole lot, and I have no clue how many hairs are on their head. So that's a whole bunch of love. Let's read our story and find out about the way that this person matters, okay? So this story is called All Because You Matter, and it's written by Tammy Charles, and it is illustrated by Brian Collier. They say that matter is all things that make up the universe. Energy, stars, space. If that's the case, then you, dear child, matter. Long before you took your place in this world, you were dreamed of, like a knapsack full of wishes carried on the backs of our ancestors as they created empires, pyramids, and legacies. Building, inventing, working beneath the red-hot suns and cold blue moons, thinking of you years ahead. Because of them, you always mattered. On the night you were born, stars sprayed across the sky, each one full of light, hope, love, and all the moments in your life that would matter. Like your first steps, bare feet planted on the cold floor, hobbling, wobbling, toppling, only to stand and try again. Or your first words, spoken almost like a lullaby, notes climbing a ladder to the sky, Mama, Papa, Mahal Kita. Or the first time you opened a book, like a mirror staring back at you, and really saw yourself. Same hair, same skin, same dreams. The words and pictures coming together like sweet jam on toast. Musica blasting through the barrios, sun in the blue sky. All because you matter. But in galaxies far away, it may seem that light does not always reach lonely planets, covered moons, stars unseen, as if matter no longer exists. And just like moons hidden in the dark, there will be times when you too will question your place in the universe. Like the time you'll hear the teacher call your name. Hosam Uzumaka Yordanis. And the whispers and giggles begin, followed by, what kind of name is that? Or the time you'll see a letter, big, bold, red on the page, and you will question if you and your work and your effort matter. Or the time when your pop-up turns on the news and you see people everywhere take a breath, take a stand, take a knee. And you hear Pop-Pop's whispered prayers as another name is called. Trayvon, Tamir, Philandro. And you wonder if they or you will ever really matter. But did you know that you do? Did you know that you were born from queens, chiefs, legends? Did you know that you are the earth, that strength, power, and beauty lie within you? Did you know that you are sun's rays, calm like ocean waves, tough like mountains, magic like stars in space? And on the day the universe was created, you were thought of, dreamed of, carried like a knapsack full of wishes as planets, stars, moons took their places, making room for you, your people, their dreams, your future. All because, since the beginning of time, you mattered, they matter, we matter, and always will. Friends, I love that story so much. And I love that it reminds us that every single person on this earth matters, and that God had a plan for each and every one of us long before we were ever in the spot where we are today. So as we go through the month, we're going to continue to look at special Black history books and learn more about people who we may not know a whole lot about, but that mattered so much to their communities and to them. Now, let's switch gears only a little bit, and let's reflect on how we can help people know that they matter. And that's sometimes when we think about Valentine's Day. So I have some things in front of me that we can do, and every week we're going to do something small or big that will help us show other people that they matter. Now, the first thing I have is I have this mason jar, and you can see it's full of all sorts of crushed up pieces of paper. And on the top it says Happy Valentine's Day. One of Becca's really good friends gave this to her several years ago, and we've kept it because it's so fun. So when you open this up, it's just full of all these slips of paper, and they are all sorts of special things that these two would potentially do together. And so they were going to just every day or so take one out and do something special together. So I'll read you a couple of them. This one says build a fort. Here's another one that says go to Target. Now these little girls loved to go to Target when they were smaller. They still do, actually. Here's one that says draw something. So they enjoy drawing together when they were littler folks. And then here's something that says bake something at 350 degrees. So anyway, this just gives you some ideas, but maybe what you want to do is do something like this with your family. And everybody gets to put in some things maybe that they think would be fun to do as a family. And then maybe you pull one out every day of the month. So that's one thing that we can do to just help recognize that everybody in our family matters, and the things that they like to do matter to them, and so therefore they should matter to all of us. Now here's another fun thing. I showed you that I had this paper, right? And I'm going to pull out a couple of pieces of paper. Do you like making hearts with paper? I really think that's kind of fun. So with my paper, I showed you, I have these fancy scissors, but even regular scissors are perfectly great. I'm going to cut out some hearts with my paper. And this is small paper, so I'm probably just going to do one heart. But if you have bigger paper, you can get lots of hearts out of one piece of paper. So I'm going to cut my heart out. And our thing that we can try to do to spread joy to maybe somebody that's not in our household is, watch this. So here's my heart, right? And I borrowed this book from the church library. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a note on this heart. And what do you think I should say? I think I'm going to say, you are amazing. All right? So it's going to say, you are amazing. So there it is. You are amazing. And I'm going to tuck this heart inside the book. Any random page. Now, the next time somebody checks this out from the church library, they're going to be reading their story, and all of a sudden they're going to come across this heart that says, you are amazing. And how fun would that be? So if you have borrowed some books from your school library, or from the public library, or from the church library, all of those things would be great places to just stuff a sweet little note that says you're amazing, or have a great day, or smile big, anything that you think would just make somebody have a little bit extra good day today, put that inside a book, and then you just return the book. And you never know who gets it, but I bet it makes them smile. So that's our fun thing for this week. Now, one last little thing I want to tell you about is our youth are going to be doing some things all month long where they are going to learn about somebody in Black history, kind of their favorite person, and they are going to talk about it on some of our social media channels. So if your parents have Instagram or Facebook, you can have them keep an eye out for these things. And then you can see the youth from our church who are also sharing some ideas about Black History Month. And some of these people are people that you definitely know, because they are people who have been our Sunday school helpers. They have been our people that are our child care providers when we do special events at church. And a lot of them are also our Vacation Bible School helpers. So keep an eye out for those people, okay, on social media this month. Now, let's go ahead and close with a prayer, okay? Dear God, it is such a blessing to know that we all matter. Help us remember that we are worth lots of love, and that we should be around to give lots of love to the people that we encounter every day. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, friends, have a great week, okay? And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.